wow, what a dream client to work with when you kind of are an artist, so to speak, and you can do whatever you would like, however you would like.
So this piece is going to be one single take through 6 decades of Arrow's history as a company. We're doing everything practically, so instead of doing that with CG and trick editing, when the audience watches it, they're going to be thinking, how the hell did they do this?
The pitch day was an interesting one because I think Rich even admitted afterwards that he was hoping to come in and say, hey, you guys kind of get it, but not enough for me to greenlight this. Instead, he was wowed.
And at the end of it, Rich was so blown away by it that he gave me a hug.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
He's giving us 100% autonomy, total freedom creatively to just do whatever we want.
I'd really like to see you be able to unleash the maximum potential of your creativity.
It's funny because we're sitting around our table coming up with the idea, then we pitch it and we're like, oh, it's going to be the best. And then he says yes, and we come back to the office and we're like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to pull it off?
Yeah. See, that's what would be cool is if everything's the same but different.
Yes.
So it's almost like the configuration of each set is thematically like the same.
Exactly.
Once we really started to think through what it was going to take to pull it off, it sunk in how much work this was going to be. So we brought on Jimmy Weber to direct. We knew he would be the best guy to bring in for this. Probably most importantly is Fryman is our art designer.
So my job is to make each room a character and make each room have its own specific style. And I think we accomplished that really well by having each room speak for itself.
I talked with Fryman and saw how the set was going to be built. I did a lot of pre-visualization on this. I did a full 3D animatic. Kind of gave everybody a clear picture of how, not only how it was going to look, but how we were going to execute it.
I walked in this morning when it was all finished and blew me away.
I can't even really articulate what I was imagining, but we walk in and you see all of the different decades together. It's quite amazing, and the attention to detail is just astonishing.
We're doing everything practically, but we wanted the same actor to be in each room during each decade. So instead of doing that with CG and trick editing, we've hired twins, and we're gonna have each of them alternating in each decade.
That would be the one underneath, right? 60s
Yes.
would be on top.
Exactly.
Okay.
60s is underneath.
One of the bigger challenges that I didn't really think about until being on set was the costume changes. Annie Baker and I had to make costumes on set that would yank away in a moment's notice. So some of our wardrobe changes are 16 seconds. And it's almost like the Olympics where you're like, okay, we have 23 seconds, we need to shave off down to 16 seconds. So that was a huge challenge that we dealt with.
In order to pull off the one take, we're using the Movi M15, and that's a gimbal stabilizer. It's like the new generation of Steadicam. John Schmidt's gonna be carrying the camera through the whole set, but then I'm gonna be sitting at the monitor with a remote control, steering the head.
There's so many elements in this. The lighting had to be perfect, the camera move had to be perfect, the actions had to be perfect. We had to cue the doors to open at the right time.
Jim door.
Jim door! Everybody involved just brought such a real talent to it. It felt like everybody kind of owned it. Action! Answer your phone.
And 60s, clear.
John, go ahead and turn. Go ahead and answer your phone.
Second door.
Server, walk across. Server door clear.
Door 3,
Go for pastry.
90s, clear.
There you go, perfect. Let's have a nice soft peel out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the shot. You frickin' nailed it! Great job!
This has been fun because you almost feel like you're a little more part of it. Whereas in some of these bigger productions, you really are just on the side hanging out.
We were really setting the bar high. We wanted to with this one, but there are still 9 more to go, and they all are going to have to be really spectacular and genius products that make people think, wow, Aero really is 5 years out.